Welcome back. Now it's time to introduce you to a very special lady, Phyllis Brown, who is a spiritual life coach. Welcome to the show, Phyllis. It's lovely to have you on Good Living. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for inviting me.
So tell everyone, what is a spiritual life coach? I know it's pretty broad, but if we narrow it down.
I think for me, I've always been connected to the spiritual realms from a very young age. So I could hear spirit, I could hear people that have passed over, and it was a game of hide and seek, if you can imagine a 4-year-old trying to find these people that I could hear but could never find. And just throughout my life, I've connected to that particular skill. I read cards, I do the whole sort of psychic medium work. But I do transform your life work, and that's a much deeper spiritual healing. And because I have so many different skills, I just think spiritual life coach, it sort of does the psychic stuff, it does the healing stuff, and it just encompasses everything, I feel.
Great. Now we're going to be having a chat with you with regular segments over the next couple of months, which is good. So we'll kind of learn a bit more about exactly what that means. But how did your family kind of cope with the fact that you know, you could hear voices and that kind of thing? Were they encouraging, or?
They didn't really understand it. I actually don't think they still understand it, to be fair. I used to live in my own little world. I used to go off, try and find my grandmother. It was always Grandma Alice, and I'd be inside the wardrobe, or I'd be, you know, under the bed trying to find her. And they thought it was a bit odd, but they didn't really question it. And it wasn't until my teens that I really started to sort of develop that whole psychic ability, reading the tarot and doing readings, touching vibration, and that's where it really sort of developed for me. And my mum, to be fair, although she didn't understand it, she's never discouraged it.
Right. Okay.
She's always just been quite acceptable. That's what Phyllis does, and Louise does this, and Barry does that. You know, we're all very individual in our family, I have to say.
Speaking of families, we're going to be talking a lot about that today, because you've got a really kind of interesting look at families. Quite often we blame our family for a lot of things that go wrong in our life, don't we? But you're kind of turning it over for us, which is great. So tell us about that.
Yes, I've got an event coming up called An Audience with Phyllis Brown, and it's looking at the topic of family. Why do we choose them?
So why do we
choose them? Why do we? Because we do choose our family for our lessons, and we choose our family for our spiritual growth, but at the time it doesn't feel like that. I know for me, when someone threw that phrase to me, you know, well, you chose that experience, Phyllis, I was in denial. I have to say, Gail, I denied it all. I thought, no, I didn't choose this family, because my father died when I was 4. I've had 3 stepfathers in between that. I've been homeless. You know, I've had some really tough lessons. I'm thinking, no, I didn't choose this. I wanted the fairy tale. But actually, I examined it, I looked at it, and I looked at all of the events in my life, and I thought, wow, that's why I am who I am. So it's not about blaming our family, it's about embracing the experiences. It's about I've looked at my mum's life. I wouldn't really wish anyone to be widowed at 22 with 2 small children. That's a huge challenge in itself. And you know, people come for readings and they come for healings, and we talk about our families. They go, oh, I've had that experience, but I haven't looked at it in that manner. And so this is what this event is about me. I've had some really funny, very funny events in my life. And I want to get people to think about it for their own growth. It's not about blaming our family, but it's about cherishing the experience that we've been given on a soul level, And turning it around so that it in turn helps us and we can move forward, because it does stop us a lot of the time, doesn't it? It does. And we do play the blame game. I've been there, you know, certainly. And we are given phrases. You know, I was the good sister. My sister was the bad sister. And I think, you know, when we were talking about this, you had that smile on your face. I thought, oh, maybe that's something you can link into. And, you know, so I had to be good. I couldn't rebel. But actually, rebellion is part of the process when you're a teenager. I had to be quiet, sit there and be quiet, don't talk. And so in adulthood, you sit there and you be quiet and you don't talk. And all of these phrases that we're given really impact us as adults. We don't grow. or we don't grow as well as we could.
As well as we could, and that's very good words too. Now, Phyllis, we're going to finish with an angel card, which is lovely, so I hope you enjoy this.
Well, this is going to be a regular feature over the next few weeks, Gail, and so a member of the public out there chose this card. It's called Golden Opportunity. I don't know if the camera can zoom in on that one. And a golden opportunity, look for all of your golden opportunities. Whoever you're talking to, whatever's happening to you this week, there'll be something fantastic coming your way.
Okay.
The angels are there.
The angels are there, so make the most of that and that golden opportunity. Phyllis, thank you very much. It's been lovely to meet you and introduce you to our viewers. And as I mentioned before, Phyllis will be becoming a regular on Good Living, and each week we'll discuss different topics. So today has been the family, changing that around, and of course there is an evening with Phyllis Brown as well, so we'll have details for you later on about that. Phyllis, thank you very much. Lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you.